everybody, and welcome to the Thursday stream. What is this music? I need something a little more upbeat. Apparently, this is a... We don't want you to bring back Sabrina. It's Wednesday? Dude. No, I said Tuesday so that I wouldn't get a late Killies. So I'd be early Killies. What time do you call this? It's early Killies time. I'm here. I'm on the time that I put on YouTube. You guys just didn't see it. Pokemon Lo-Fi Johto. Because I love Johto. There we go. There we go. Woo, we're better. Early Killies. That's what I'm talking about. See? The time is 24/7 through Monday. Exactly. Today, I will be streaming 24/7 for the next 3 hours. 24/7 for the next 3 hours. You get slack this time because you played Sabrina. Dude, I actually have had that song embarrassingly stuck in my head for an embarrassingly long time. There we go. 24-hour stream and it's just bro gonna be hating on Forza. We've done that before. Is this song meowing? Oh, it's Ash talking. I was like, what is that? This song is also mid. Where's Sabrina? Can't play copyright music until we're off YouTube again. I might miss the next few streams because midterms are coming up. I thought most people were like just getting back into school. I also thought it was a Gooner song happening when it was, but it was Ash's voice apparently. Grading. Gavv. There we go. How are you guys doing today? How is your Wednesday going? I can take you on a house tour. I can show you the first, second, third floor. And I promise none of this is a metaphor. He's so late, he's a week ahead. Good, I saw my son? Hell yeah. Ash sounded a bit too into Pikachu there. Hi, Pikachu. Just ordered my Zets driver for Amazon JP. Let's freaking go. It's also on Amazon US if you're in the US. But if I've learned anything the past week, if I've learned anything in posting videos about US specific things the past week, it's that a lot of you not in the US. Balcher on one screen, Hawk on the other. Hey, gambling with the best of them. Didn't finish Gavv in time. I got to episode 31. Trevor, you are so far behind. The best common rider is Gaim. Wrong. He's an armored rider. He's an armored rider. Amazon JP still a little bit cheaper. Dude, Amazon US Zed's driver price went up like $30. It's crazy. My demon cat likes your streams though. Tell him I hate cats. Tell him I am not a cat person at all. Are we getting more LUPAT today? Maybe. I think if we watch LUPAT, I don't know how long the movie is, but we might just jump straight into the movie. What common rider is good to start with? Zets starts on Saturday, so Zets is a good way to start. Turn this way. Who wants to be Hot Killy's new editor? I already have a new editor. We already got one. We're trying someone out. Speaking of Amazon pre-orders, for some reason the pre-orders for the Tron movies in 4K aren't in Canada, and apparently it's already sold out in the US. That's weird. We're like one episode behind the movie, I think. I have to watch episode 26 in the movie. Is it absolutely imperative that we watch episode 26 in the movie? Because if that's the case, then you're getting one episode today. Because I don't have time for an episode and a movie. If it's not incredibly imperative that we watch episode 26 first, then we'll just watch the movie. We have to do it in order. You'll go to jail if you don't watch the episode before the movie. The Pat Rangers show up. The Zet's Amazon belt went up to 98 bucks. Dude, I got that shit when it was 75 or 71. I think it was like $71. Still watching Dynaman? Is it good? Wait, we're watching the Gavv movie? No. Not the Gavv movie, guys. The LUPAT movie. I'm on episode 35, I think, on LUPAT. Unk so slow. It's crazy when I have a life. It is crazy to try to keep up with Tokusatsu when I have a life. So I'm going pretty smooth at my own pace. I remember that someone said Cure Major movie is super important, and I watched it. It's just the team dicking around in Dreamworld for like 40 minutes. The King Odra movie is super important for the final episodes. That was the first time I was like, wait, this movie, you have to watch the movie? A balanced king. That's what I'm saying. Boom. I do like to touch grass a little more than most of you. Chat, I got cooked by Unk. If you step to the king, you best try to hit a little bit. You best try to hit a little bit. A life? What a cringe guy. Embrace internet addiction. How do I know? How do I know? How do you guys know that I have a life? Because every time you bring up some weird concept like vor, I have to look it up. I have no idea what it means, so I have to look it up. I live in Florida. I can get a sunburn getting the mail. I had this crazy sunburn the other day. School just started again. I'm scared to go outside because I don't want to bump into random teenagers. I live across from the school. Someone explain 6'7", please. Do I have a terrible job? No, I think I have like the best job ever. This is my job. I have legit the best job ever. I told you guys, last month, I made enough to live anywhere that's not California. I made enough money doing this to live anywhere not in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, I do live in Los Angeles. Hawk having more of a life is crazy when he's wearing a Toku and Chill shirt. We're doomed, chat. If you want this Toku and Chill shirt, you can get it at tokutrash.tv. Then you could have no life and the Toku and Chill shirt. Leak made 6K. Adam sent me this screenshot of what vidIQ thinks I make from my YouTube channel. I'll pull it up and pull up the Discord real quick. I start my job tomorrow. Pray for me. Paradox. It was nice having you in chat for the 2 days that you were here. You guys want to see what vidIQ thinks I make on YouTube? Look at this. It says Achilles total views 13 million, which is true, but that's like since I started. And then estimated monthly earnings 2.1k to 6.2k. I would love to make even the bottom part of this from YouTube. This just shows me how crazy vidIQ is. All that money and you don't pay me? Back in the basement. I don't even make half of this from just the YouTube channel. Do you have any plans on revisiting the podcast? Dude, I was actually thinking about that this morning. Of like, a podcast would be cool. It couldn't be just me. I would have to have someone like to talk. More like no IQ. I would have to have someone to talk to. and bounce back and forth off of, and it would be off stream. I just don't know if I want to do that and like commit like a weekly thing to it, you know? The last podcast I had, because 100% honest, bring in different Power Rangers, but then it's like convince Rhett to be your co-host. Then it's like, what is it called? Then it's a scheduling thing. That's the word I was looking for. Then it's a scheduling thing, you know? Pull on viewers for each episode. It's a combination of like, I don't know. There's a lot of factors to it. I think the biggest one probably would be schedule, because I could only do it in the morning like this or in the afternoon like this. And then what's it called? Monetizing your friendships. Truthfully, like I told Red about this a few months ago, where like we've known each other for a year now, a little more than a year. Yeah, because we met at Power Morphicon last year. Not met. We met right after Power Morphicon last year. And he had mentioned too, like being on stream or whatever a while ago. And one of the reasons he wasn't on stream until, you know, last week or whatever it is because just that. Like, I didn't want to be like, I know a Power Ranger. How can I monetize this? How can I instantly get him on stream? So it's one of those things that like didn't want to do that. Really wanted to just be friends outside of this. And we are like our whole families are friends outside of this. So it was less I'm friends with the Power Ranger and like, oh, I'm friends with my neighbor. You should get someone with no schedule. Yeah, bring Adam on. But then it becomes like, what do I talk about? Because I just do this every day. What's up, Andy? I love you too. No joke, that legit speaks a lot about your character, and I respect that. Thank you. It's like I said, it's one of those things. Thank you for the goat. I don't know how it looks on TikTok. But it's legit one of those things where it's like, this is my friend, my daughter is friends with his son, our partners are friends. Like, I don't want to. Yeah, he's my neighbor before he's a Power Ranger to me. Eddie, thank you for the 10 goats. Talk about Force's butt. This is my podcast space. I could literally say anything I want here, you know? That's my thing. Is I could say anything I want here. And I do. It's just I do. I listen to his voice for hours on end. I can't take it anymore. Has he shown you his morphers? Dude, crazy enough, I've never been in his office. I've been in his house and like seen through the door, but I've never like walked into his office. That's where he has all his stuff. He's a neighbor who had a cool job. Yeah, exactly. She hawk on my illies till I toku everywhere. Cinema, honestly. Cinema. Finished coming out of Amazon's yesterday. How'd you like it? Or recently? Touch grass. Spitting fire, my guy. A streamer who's a hawk too, huh? Should I watch Fies? Dude, yes. You should. Saying Hawkillies is a future Power Ranger, I'm calling it now. There's two things going against me. One, I'm pretty not in shape enough to be a Power Ranger. Two, I'm old. I'm definitely old. Is that the description of the Toku and Chill shirt? I'm gonna start coming out of Omega manga, not gonna lie. I don't know what that is. I could be a like the owner of the shop in Power Rangers, whatever shop their like headquarters is, the juice bar. I can serve them drinks. If you shave, you look like you're in high school, and RPM they were in their 30s. I appreciate that somebody commented on that video from a year ago and were like, he looks 24. Actually warmed my heart. A year ago, I was 32, guys. Someone was like, whoa, Hawk without a beard. He looks 24 in this. I was 32 in that Gavv reaction. I started building. It's so gas. It's actually fire. Glaze Killies. You guys can glaze me. It's fine. I've been arguing in YouTube comments all morning. I will not throw away the glaze. I knew Hawk in high school. Can't confirm. Hot then, hot now. I was a little more. I was far more into myself in high school than I am now. Now I'm a lot more chill than I was. Trust me. But I'm still sick. But I'm like, I gotta come on here and we're gonna fucking yap. We're gonna yapathon it up. You ready? Because we're gonna grade Kamen Rider Gavv today. Actually, oh, I almost forgot something. We have something else to talk about before we get into the Gavv grading. The Gabu grading. Any tips on growing a beard? You're asking the wrong person, dude. Mine's not even lined up right. I have no tips at all. I refuse to glaze you. You can't make me bald killies. The Fies glaze is justified. I'll glaze Fies all day. That was a good ass show. Until the end. I saw people complaining about Gavv's ending. I was like, hey, I'm okay with this. I just went through Fies. First up to talk about is, I'm going to tell you guys, I giggled while making this. Dude. Andy. What do you recommend for someone trying to get into Kamen Rider? I've watched 01 and Geets. What should I watch next? Ryuki is up on YouTube if you want to venture more into like the pirate sphere. Build, Gaim, O's, double. And Gavv. Gavv is great too. I just wanted to tell you guys that I giggled while I was making this thumbnail. I think it's one of the funniest thumbnails I've ever made. I laughed way too hard. Can the next sub goal be Q Ranger week? I don't think you guys have made any sub goal I've put up there. I thought this was the worst. Oh, W-Hawk, I guess. I thought this was incredible. I laughed so hard at this. Cos Rider, what's up? Thank you for the hi bear. What is the goal? The goal is like 50 subs and I give away a Zets driver on stream to somebody in chat. I'm releasing a legally distinct, not Kamen Rider tabletop roleplay game this month. Want a copy? Hell yeah, I do. Dude, I was listening to... Does anyone know who Super Eye Patch Wolf is? We demand a Forze month. Guys, I already watched Forze. All the, like, months that we've had are, like, stuff that I haven't watched before. What's up, water guy? Super Eye Patch Wolf is like a video essayist. Great. Incredible video essayist. And he started designing some Magi Ranger jackets. Wanted to know if I could send you one. You guys can send me anything. I'll accept anything. Super Eye Patch Wolf did this thing where he talked about his merch, and his merch is like this show or this video game or show, I can't remember what it was, that he made up and pretended it was like this old show and like made merch out of it the whole time, pretending it was an old show. And I was like, dude, that would be so funny to make up a Kamen Rider, sell merch of it, and pretend it's an old Kamen Rider or Sentai or Rangers, whatever. And just have that be your merch for the longest time and pretend it's just this Showa era rider. Elite trolling, exactly. Or just make up this old tokusatsu, be like armored rider, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the story told through merch. I listened to him talk about it. And I was like, dude, that's the coolest fucking idea I've ever heard. Kamen Rider old man. Kamen Rider unk. I'm sending you a Kabuto bug on a belt, a poor man's Kabuto sector. You can't watch Gav's movie yet? No, Gav's movie's not out yet. In terms of, yeah, make it one of the old fake leaks for credibility. Do Kamen Rider gay. Make a whole merch line of Kamen Rider gay. That'd be so funny. Have you watched this like 3-hour long wrestling video? I want to say I've watched like 15 minutes of it. Super Eye Patch Wolf is the like content creator I would aspire to be, but no, I never could be, you know? Especially with how little time I have now with stuff. But let's talk about the Sentai 2026 rumors. These are all from the Legion of Boom, who, if you guys don't know, have been privy to leaks and stuff in the past, and they have compiled a thread of all the rumors for the 2026 Sentai. Sentai 50 started 51, exactly. Already, yeah, apparently we should be getting a trademark by like the end of September, early October, which is crazy because like we're on episode 29. Like 29 is about to hit this weekend, which is nuts. But it's a Sentai 2026 rumors thread. I cannot stress this enough that everything in this thread is rumors, unsubstantiated until the trademark, toy listings, and official reveal. If you believe anything in this thread, that's your choice. That's on you. Magic Academy is the rumored theme. That is what we heard earlier last month, I want to say. The earliest rumor we had was that it is a Magic Academy themed Sentai. That is the rumor we already had. Now, going further in, we got some new rumors coming up in the past week. Ninjas, samurai, and other motifs are also said to be involved. An isekai style show let's go, baby. W's in the chat. Truck-kun gonna happen in Sentai now. An isekai style show with a fantasy setting. LED screens like King Oger will be used. How many lines is Jeff on? Oh, you want me to do this as Jeff Toei? Okay, check it out. The team, it starts with 4 members. Fantastic Four, and Simon Says were hints to this. The title will not have Sentai in it. What if, because Gojuger is like the reset, what if now the title doesn't have Sentai in it? I.e. Jack, Battle Fever J, etc. The color lineup: red for fire, blue for water, green for earth, white for light, black for darkness. Time Pink and Ninja White were used as hints. Staff-like weapons as the Changer and Mecha. Think Diane Rod. If I Google Diane Rod, is something weird gonna come up? Nope, okay. Oh, okay, like the Die Ranger. Rod. They reinvented the wheel so much, it's now a square. They should call it Power Senshi to troll the masses. Dude, that would be so insane. So the Changer would be a rod. I'm really hoping this doesn't mean that the Changer and the Mecha are the same again, because I actually hate that idea now that now that we have the Tegasword. Please, please, please don't make the Changer and the Mecha be the same thing. 7 Deadly Sins. Chrono Trigger meets Sentai. I have no idea what that means. The only thing I know about Chrono Trigger, I think, is that they look like Dragon Ball Z. Am I crazy? Chrono Trigger, yes. It's that they look like the designs from Dragon Ball. That's all I know. I don't understand what that means. Rangers will switch places. 7 Rangers. Cards. Never mind. Never mind. I hate this. Cards are like my least favorite gimmick of all time. If that's what it's saying, that the gimmick is going to be cards, I'm going to be so bummed. Recession confirmed. Dude, I hate cards so much as a gimmick. It's so stupid. My main gripe with it is like trading cards are one thing. Trading card games and stuff are one thing. But these are just cards that will be useless after a year. At the end of the year, guess what? These cards going in the trash most likely. It's a stupid gimmick. It's a stupid collectible for a year-long show. Card gimmicks are great. I hate them. I hate them. What in the Kamen Rider Blade cross Magi Ranger? See that one scene from Tyson where Decade, Ryuki, and Blade use the Ghost Ager cards? I have not. Like what happened to your Gotchar cards? Dude, all my Gotchar cards in the trash. Instantly in the trash. No man, jur, or ranger in the suffix of the name. Western and Japanese magic themes. Oh no, people are gonna hate this. I'm gonna have a whole year of an entire superhero time where people are gonna be like, it's the Westerners. It's the Westerners. It's all. It sucks because the Westerners. It's just, Westerner is such a slur now to me. Like every time I see it's the same with female. When I see people say female or Westerner, automatically your opinion goes, I don't even, in one ear, out the other. Mega Ranger meets Magi Ranger equals Magic Academy. Magic plus time. Legend from Ninja Sentai and Magic Sentai will appear, similar to Boom Boonger and King Oger. It's Magi Ranger's anniversary next year, so I'm pretty sure that's somebody from Magi Ranger's obviously going to be in it. Western in my Toku? Nani? Nani? What do you mean? I use female and male so often I had to get used to people saying that is negative. I'm ready for the racism. Because people like, what are the, like, Andrew Tate people called? What are, like, the Andrew Tate stands called? Those people use female all the time. But, like, in regards to tokusatsu, you say female rider, female ranger, whatever. But those two things have been bleeding over a little too much recently to where I'm like, just call it a girl. Just say girl rider. Tsubasa gets to come out of Toei's basement. Magi Yellow just coming up and he's like, I can be a teacher at this academy. It's gonna be great. I promise, guys. No, put me back in there. No. And then Jeff Toei's like, Magi Yellow? No, put him in the basement. Oh, bring out the dude from Go Busters. He could be the teacher. Bring him out. And the Toei executives are just like, oh, okay. Come, Stagbuster, come on up. And he comes up and he's like, just changes his hair a little bit, puts on a hat, and he's like, yeah, you're the teacher of the magical school. Will this be on YouTube or no? More than likely no. Don't expect Sentai to be distributed to the West anytime soon. Just completely different people. Yeah, just puts a hat on and he's just like, hello. I'm here. Make the Morpher a spell book? Dude, that shit would be so hype. If the Morpher is like a grimoire, that'd be fire. I say that, but then I just hated Saber's books. I have a feeling if these rumors are true, this series might be experimental. Oh, I feel like every series they've done since, you know, Kira Major has been experimental. Can we look at the colors again? Yeah, it was red, blue, green, white, and black. The Ninja Blue cameo would be so cool since Maggiello taught him. Who's the dude that was in the Revice movie that speaks like perfect English? Is it Ninja Black? Give me Ninja Black back. That dude's cool. There's Masahiro Inoue and the guy from Magi Ranger and Go Busters. Who else is in there? Who else is in Toei's basement? The dad from Revice, who's also like a ninja. Ninja Black speaks fluent English so well that in his episode, in his show, he didn't speak Japanese that well. So they had to like teach him during the show, during the airing of his show. Can I be honest? What I want more than anything is I want 2 girls in this series. I want 2 girls in this series. We've had 1 girl for way too long. Arc Zero has migrated from TikTok to Kick. Welcome. I mean, Magishine definitely in that basement of Toei. If we get blue and white girls, I'll be so happy. Blue's a good color for a girl, especially for water. Black and white girls would be hype too. Like the light and the darkness are both women. Incredible. 2 girls, 1 morpher. Juria Sentai learned Japanese Ranger. No, apparently this won't be Sentai, won't have Sentai in the name, or Ranger, or man. I want Toei to do a swordsman-based Sentai. You already got that with Saber. Saber was your swordsman-based Sentai. What do you mean? A Green Ranger girl would be interesting. Is the last Green Ranger girl we had Senna from Kira Major? Forever the award of Weight English will go to Kamen Rider Saiga. Saber definitely counts. Imagine it's just Ninja Wizard Force. Toei's being like Lex Luthor. He's not a man. He's an it. Just saw the leaks right now and came to your stream to see if you'd cover it. These Sentai leaks? Or did I miss something else? Doing homework right now, so I'm watching you as background sound. I'm gonna sneak in wrong answers. The X equals 76. X equals 67. Girl 6 Ranger? Dude, I'll chance it to the heavens till it happens in 20 years. Setting makes me wonder if we're going to have a much younger cast than normal, actors less than 18 years old. Yeah, you would kind of think so with the like magical school, Magic Academy theme. Titanium Ranger used Tyranno Ring when he henshin? No, he was using Goju Wolf because it was the one that was already in there. Just answer 42 for all of them. Just give us a Red Ranger as a female and make Toei roll in his grave. Dude, the day that we get a girl Red Ranger, I'll be so happy. I will be incredibly happy. You'll hear me shout it from the rooftops, and I would wager to say, like a full-time girl Red Ranger. I will wager to say right now in this stream that you'll see how bad my predictions are. We will get a main girl Red Ranger before we get a main girl rider. Say it right now. Noramashi, what's up? Hello, fellow teens. Hello, fellow kids. What do you speculate will be the morpher for the next Sentai? On the rumors that we have right now is that it'll be a staff. Staff-like weapons as the Changer and Mecha. Think Dyron Rod. Actually, there was a female Red in Cosmic Fury. Her name was Amelia. To which I say, wrong. Amelia was an alien, not a girl. Ha! Gotcha, nerds! Gotcha! Amelia was an it, not a girl. Suck it, nerds! Let's switch it up. 4 girls and 1 boy. Dude, that'd be so hype. And the boy is the one that gets isekai'd to this land of all women. He gets isekai'd to a land where all the girls are magic users and all the boys have no magic except for him because he's isekai'd. We're cooking. We're cooking. Harem Sentai. Jeff Toei's just, I just got the best idea. Not a harem Sentai. Hey, we have the opposite of a harem Sentai right now. It's all boys and 1 girl. It's the exact opposite. What's wrong with the other way around? It has a 13-word title. None of the words are Sentai or man or ranger. What is an isekai? An isekai is a genre of anime about when, like, the main character gets transferred to another world or reincarnated or whatever to another world. Like Digimon would be an isekai technically. Yeah, but in that season, the leader probably wouldn't be Red because Toei... Dude, could you imagine if that's what happens in the season and the boy is the Red Ranger still? That time I got reincarnated into a fantasy world and became a tokusatsu protagonist. She's a high-class lady detective and Lady Bouquet makes up for it. No, Lady Bouquet does not make up for it. She does not. What do you think about the OP of Zets? It rules. Oh, speaking of, I will put out an official, like, ask for this on the Discord and the YouTube later this week. But I was reminded today by Adam that the writer recap for next month needs an opening. So if you want to submit an opening for the writer recap, all it has to be is like 5 to 6 seconds long. It has to be a version of Visions, or it has to be part of Visions, the Zets OP, that you're singing over with something to do with like the channel and the writer recap. So if you want to submit something, you can. Have you watched the actual Isekai Sentai anime? Dude, I love Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world so much. It's so good. They hate kids. Imagine Truck-kun kills the MC and transforms to the magic world. That's what I'm saying. That'd be so funny. They need to do a reincarnation circle to do their super form. Finished Gaim episode 6 last night, and Oren Bravo is zesty as hell. I freaking love Bravo so much. I love Bravo so much. I don't know if this counts, but in my home country of the Philippines, there's a Toku-like show called Encantadia, and it has a major female cast with 1 dude. Look it up. Encantadia. Let's see. Dude, the poster doesn't even have the dude in it. The poster just has the girls. This is... Oh, no, it has the dude. There he is. This is a different poster. Hey, that counts. Looks like a Toku to me. That looks like a Toku to me. Avendo240. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why 0 got me caught up. Looks like a Tokusatsu to me, dog. That counts. Look, all these other posters have just all girls. The boy's only in this one. Percy Jackson ass show. Boom, boom, boom. Zets gets hit by a truck, Kun. He does. We saw that in the scans. We already saw Zets gets isekai'd in the scans. That's how Zets happens. All right, let's go to Achilles. Predictions. Scoring Toku predictions. Rating Gavv. There we go. Okay. First thing we're going to do on this grading Gavv stream. I do this thing after the first episode of every premiere. After the premiere, usually on the Wednesday after the premiere, I make a video. And I've done it multiple times. Usually I do it as a game show. With Gavv, I didn't do it as a game show. But it's just me predicting what's going to happen in Kamen Rider Gavv. So I haven't watched this video in a year. 100% honest. I have not watched anything in this video for a year. I don't know what I said in it. I don't remember what I predicted. So let's take a look back and see historically my bad predictions. Historically accurately, my bad predictions. It says 11 months because I would have posted this next week. I would have posted this Wednesday of next week. So I've done prediction videos in the past, but usually I'm pretty not planned, by the way. Not planned at all. Beardless Hawk jump scare, he's naked. It was planned, I just can't prove it. Not planned at all. It's just much more faded now than it was. Now switch the hat. The problem is that hat I actually wore out the other day and it's all sweaty. It's gross. Be bad at them, so this season for Kamen Rider Gavv, I decided to wait till episode 5 to let the story develop a little. Never mind, I was wrong. I recorded it after episode 5. Completely wrong. I lied to you guys at the beginning of this. That's what I do. More so I can get a few more predictions in, or just hopefully get some right. Gavv has been non-stop with the story and the world building elements, so I figured I'd let it sizzle and marinate a little more before I jump into what I think is going to happen down the line this season. There's also the added caveat of they're about 20 episodes ahead in their filming schedule for Kamen Rider Gavv, so a lot of what's coming has been leaked online in one place or the other. I'm gonna try to avoid those leaks for this video and simply tell you what I think is. Doesn't that say Japanese Power Rangers, not Sentai? Yeah, this hat. This hat you can get at tokutrash.tv as well. It says Power Rangers in Japanese. Not Japanese Power Rangers. It just says Power Rangers, but in Japanese. Idea where this story is going. Okay. So without further ado, here are my top 5 predictions for Kamen Rider Gavv. Number 1, Shoma will eat a dark treat and unlock a new form. Now, hear me. Fuck! Not only am I mad that this, like I didn't get this right, I'm just mad that this prediction didn't happen at all. It was right there. I'm so mad. It's crazy that this didn't happen. Hear me out with this one because there are some caveats. I wanted to call it a berserker form, but so far in the Reiwa era, we don't really have full-fledged berserker forms rather than forms with a drawback. For Revice, we had Vice take over Iki's body for his form. For Geets, Ace got a form that made him sleepy instead of, you know, actually going berserk. So I think the days of like your basic berserk forms are out the window, but I also think Shoma might get a berserk form of a different kind. For the record, I'm 100% going to make this prediction again for Zets, that he gets like a nightmare form. What I think happens in this story is that Shoma is going to be forced to eat a dark treat, whether that's from like pure starvation or one of the villains actually shoving it down his throat and feed him a dark treat. But then
I think when he unlocks his new form after that, Shoma is going to go through kind of this addiction to dark treats. And I don't mean like he eats a bunch of them.
I can't believe we
mean,
didn't get in. There's no shot. One of you just made a kick account named Eagle Killies and just straight up spelled eagle wrong. Eagle Killies, thank you for the follow. You wanted him to take PCP and go on a crime spree? No, but I wanted him to like have to kick this addiction and like Honto and Sachika like have to lock him in a room or something and him just be like sweating and going through all these emotions and going through like an actual withdrawal. Like if you're going to do drugs as your allegory that you work with all season, then actually do it. I don't think I guessed gay. No, I definitely don't think I guessed gay.
Really wants one. Like he craves them. He's sweating. He's doing the whole thing and he just refuses to eat them. I think we're going to get this real story about addiction and withdrawals through the lens of this children's show. We've already seen in episode 5 that other Granoots are addicted to this, and it's a shameful thing, as you can see from the scene where one Granoot goes to buy them. And while I understand Shoma's morals and drive and how strong they are, I also understand addiction. I have family members who have struggled with addiction, and I think showing it through the lens of this children's show is not far off from where the story is right now and things that Kamen Rider has tackled in the past, especially in the past few years. Shoma's not perfect. He's been sheltered through a lot of his life. He hasn't experienced a lot of things. For the record, at this point, Lakia wasn't introduced, but I do think Lakia probably would have been the perfect person to do this with. Just purely based on what Andrew said, like, yeah, it would have been cannibalism for anyone else to do it, but I think Lakia would have been the perfect person to do it with. And no, it wasn't done with Honto and Chokehold because, like, we're never told that Chokehold is made from dark treats, which is a bummer. I wanted the kid to be a side character and have lore. He comes back once in Eclipse episode, which is funny. He had an experience was human snacks like chips and marshmallows and all that stuff. And from all that stuff, he got this immense joy. But something he also hasn't experienced is dark treats because his mother wouldn't let him have them. So it would be interesting to see what his reaction to that would be and the story that plays off of that. Number 2 is something I also think is a layup. I think Shoma's dad's alive. As of episode...
I already know these are all going to be wrong. There's just no way I predicted any of it right. This one I was way off base on, okay? The other one, you could argue that it's actually stupid that it didn't happen. This one, I was way off base on.
Episode 5, we see Shoma's dad finally and him interact with his mom, and he's not the most loving of fathers, or I don't know if he's a husband, boyfriend, kidnapper, I don't know. But he's just like, he's obviously abusive, but somewhere in there is love, as we see by him trying to protect Shoma by asking his uncle or his brother, one of the two, to do the surgery on Shoma's Gavv. And we can tell later that Shoma obviously has a lot of resentment towards his father, which we've seen in Kamen Rider before. But since the beginning, we were told that Shoma's father is...
Hold on, because one of you tried to argue with me that the mom liked the dad.
Resentment towards his father, which we've seen in...
Dementia Achilles forgot this happened. One of you tried to argue that the mom liked the dad. This motherfucker just says mom always despised dad. Heat. Actual heat. Past me, coming to current me's defense. Past me, coming to current me's defense. Let's go.
In Kamen Rider before. But since the beginning, we were told that Shoma's father is dead over and over again, although we were shown that his mother had died, and we were shown in a kind of brutal way. And the way the show is going, I don't think they would just say someone is dead without showing they're dead, so I think that the Stomach family might have Shoma's dad locked up somewhere in that big castle factory that they have. So I think Shoma's dad is going to be making an appearance later in the season because our main character definitely has some unresolved issues with his father, and his father might have some underlying motivations that he has to explain to his son. What that relationship will look like after that has yet to be seen. Prediction number 3 is that there is a mole inside the main stomach family. Now I know
this one's right. Fuck you guys. This one is right. Nielv, 100% a mole. I called this a mile away.
You're gonna say, Hawk, this one seems obvious because we saw Nielv make that call a few episodes ago. So yes, obviously I think Nielv is the mole, but I think he's the mole to a larger Granute world and authority.
Not right. God, I wish this was right. I don't know why the Granite world doesn't have police, truly.
Episode 5 shows us that the dark treats are very much sold on the black market, and it's mentioned that there is some higher authority that might eventually crack down on Stomach Inc.
Why is there a black market if there's
this higher
literally
authority
no
is,
cops?
and they're going to be big players in the later game of Kamen Rider Gavv. The show's been really good about giving us little tidbits of lines for world building and then expanding on them later. I think those two scenes lead into one another and are going to coincide with Nielv turning the tide and becoming part of this larger organization, and maybe because it's,
I guess I'm right about like the larger organization is the president, but the president's just also evil, which sucks because I really wanted this to not be the case.
Seems to be this Reiwa era, trend. He's our villain that will become a Kamen Rider. Not like an evil rider, but maybe like an anti-hero rider. Like he's not part of our main trio, but he will be on his own trying to stop Stomach Inc. Because again, as we saw in the last episode, not all Granute are evil, and not all Granute even crave dark treats.
Apparently, the show says they are. Apparently, the show says all of them do. We see one Granute in the whole show that had a dark treat and then, turns his life around. Shoma's parent thing, not gonna happen. Not gonna be addressed.
Shoma's uncle didn't go off about craving dark treats in that whole scene we saw him in, so I think in the overall world of the Granute, Shoma has been introduced to a very small portion of it. The Granute that cross over into the human world to collect humans to make into spices for these dark treats. But I do think there is a functional Granute society where that's not even a concern, where dark treats aren't part of that overall society. They're part of the seedy underbelly drug cartel going on in Stomach Inc. Number 4 is I think that Gavv's final form will be emotionally connected to his mother.
Damn it. No, it's connected to Dente. It's not even... Literally every other form is connected to his mother. The final form connected to his uncle.
From what we've seen so far, it's not every food that Shoma eats that becomes a Gochizo. What I think is happening is it's only foods that his mother told him about and that she enjoyed that become his minions. Things that he has this kind of close personal connection with.
You can't tell me I wasn't correct on that.
Wanting potato chips, marshmallows, gummies. He knew about these things before coming to the human world. And the only way that could have happened is if his mother told them about it during his childhood. So what I think is going to happen is that Shoma is going to try a food that will unlock a memory of his mother making him some kind of homemade meal. Something that was maybe snuck into the Granute dimension by, a rogue Granute or someone that was friends with Shoma and his mother. Some ingredients that she was able to make into a full meal for her son and be like, look, this is what the human world tastes like. This is where I am from. As much as I understand his final form just being like feast final form and combining all the Gochizos that we would have so far or having every power of them, I can't think of an emotional story that would go with that kind of form, but you know, I'm not the writer of the show, so they might just opt for that. But I really, really hope they go a more personal route with it and make it something tied to either his mother or his father, or maybe both. And my final prediction is that Sachika will become a common rider.
I'm just committing seppuku right here live on stream. It's not only was I wrong, it sucks. There's two that I'm not even like, that I'm like more mad than anything that it happened, and it's this one and the first one. This one and the first one being wrong hurts more than anything. You tried. Watch me go into this big explanation and just start crying while it's happening.
I'm just kidding. That one's kind of obvious, but it's Toei, so who knows if that'll happen.
Wait, boys, we might still be in this. We might still be in this. I might be cooking.
No, my final prediction is that Kenzo Sugo will play a very, very large role in the latter half of the series as a villain. This is...
Let's go! That's a full point right there. That's a full point right there. An actual point. Not a huge role. He literally made the Bake Magnum. He made the Bake Magnum. His legacy is the huge role. Comeback of the century.
This is the George of our series. Kenzo is taking Granite technology along with Gavv's Gochizos and making the Valen Buster next episode. We know that, but I also think that his deeds are, his motivations are a little more nefarious.
That one was
even
easy.
when he's
Not
talking
by
to
episode
Hanto
5.
in earlier episodes, he kind of has this like air of mystery to him that's like nefarious, if that makes sense. I don't know. George took way too long to turn to be a bad guy and then instantly turn back. I don't think they're going to make that mistake with Kenzo. In fact, I think he becomes the villain that the Team Gavv and whatever that higher Granite authority have to unite to fight together against later in the season.
Nope. Where did you get that Power Ranger Lost in Space shirt? The Lost Galaxy shirt? I got it from Vontae Tees on Instagram, but it was like a timed drop. If this wasn't after episode 5, the predictions might have been different. Dude, if it was gonna be episode 1, I didn't feel like episode 1 gave us enough, especially because of how much the show changed from episode 1 to 5. You were cooking so well. The more I talk, the more wrong I get.
I think Kamen Rider does really well when it has these 3 factions that it has to maneuver around each other for the late game. And I can already picture Kenzo with this like mischievous smile on, getting ready to henshin. And then we see Shoma and Lango have to team up together.
I said Lango. There's just no way I didn't know how to pronounce that by episode 5. I said Lango. Suga was fatherless. George isn't. Bro, have you even watched Revice? That was literally the whole George's whole story was that his father, or the whole reason George turns bad is because he was fatherless. Like, what are we talking about? The background of the video looks different from the one you have today. I think it's just cleaner. There's just so much more going on here. This is from a different camera, too. I've changed my camera since then. Lango died by being not even an amazing gummy. He was very weak. Yeah, it is kind of disappointing, Longo's death.
To try to take him down. But the last couple seasons have introduced our final bosses around episode 12 to 15, so maybe I'm wrong on this one, but also George was there since episode 1, and so was the Ark, kind of, and so was Storius, so really we're 3 and 2 on that one, with the other side having Regad and Grion. But those are just my predictions off the first 5 episodes. I am loving Kamen Rider Gavv so far. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, and I will
When are we getting the Zets version of this? Probably next Wednesday. I'll do a Zets predictions on stream. I don't know. I've watched Revice, but I think his father came back. The father battle and his inner demons was so peak. You think George's father? Brother, you just haven't watched Revice then. No one mentioned Passhawk not being bald. Oh, Iki's father? You said George was fatherless. You said George wasn't fatherless. Different dad. All right, so I didn't do very well there. Let's be honest. Have you seen the Lizelle working at McDonald's art? No, I haven't. That's very funny, though. Over to tier list maker. Tier maker. Let's search for Gavv. Let's see if we can find one with all the characters. Did I want to have all this stuff ready by the time I went live? Yes. Was I busy? Yes. Gavv characters, hell yeah. We got a Gavv character tier list, and then you wanted a Gavv writers and forms tier list. This one has not that many forms. That's not what I wanted. Oh wait, I guess this is all of them? Besides amazing? I hate that punching gummy is a different form. It's so stupid. Tier list maker hates my computer for some reason. Now it's lagging. Are you guys still there? Can you still see me? Don't know what's happening. There we go. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Okay, we'll do characters first, and then we'll do suits. I wonder what your basement looks like. I want to check on Adam. It looks like Suga's basement, where he keeps the with that big fish tank. And Adam's in the big fish tank. Adam's in the big fish tank. Oh, it's because my ad blocker. That's what it is. Stupid tier list. Stupid tier maker site. I get it. There's hot singles in my area. I don't want to see them while I'm on stream. Presentation mode. Let's change it to SABCF. SABC and delete row. Delete row. All right. I want to see hot singles in my area. Just my area? You don't want to see them in your area? A million Adam clones. They're like the monkeys in the Superman movie, where they're all just on computers editing one piece of a video each. One Clips channel video each. All right. Let's rank the characters of Kamen Rider Gavv. Kamen Rider Gavv. Did you guys notice I can start saying it regular now? Instead of Gabu, I've changed it completely. At a gay tier. They would just all be in gay tier. For some reason, I don't know who some of these are like one-off episode characters. I don't know why they're here. Who is this? Who is this lady? This is the criminal that like You guys can't see it, but this is like the criminal that that was in that one episode. I'm not gonna rank the one episode characters. I think that's dumb. I don't know why they're here, but I will rank everybody else. Yeah, the painters. I don't know why they're there. There's another one with all of them. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the one with all of them. Coming out of Gavv characters tier lists. That's till episode 9. Let's see. Gavv characters. Yeah, Lakia's not on there, I guess. Let's see. Gavv's central characters. Yeah, this looks like everybody. That's better. Okay. Kamel's on there. They put Kamel on there. Get out of here, ads. Presentation mode. I love Lizelle. Lakia's on this one, yeah. Okay. I know it includes the movie characters. I'm just not going to rank them. Let's rank the characters from Kamen Rider Gavv. First up, Kamen Rider Gavv himself. Shoma, our main rider. Where's the emo Shomas? Right here. Bitter Gavv is literally right here. Right above his mom. What do you guys think? Oh, we need an F tier. Yeah, sorry. I'll erase D. What do you guys think about our main rider, Shoma? Sachika is S or me Riot. You should have a watch party for Kamen Rider Wizard. Gay tier, S, S, C. Ban. S tier, S tier, S tier. What actual point lost it during talking? A tier, S tier, gay tier. Definitely gay with Honto. Okay. I gotta put Shoma in S tier. I think Shoma, probably one of the best rider protagonists in such a long time. He actually grows, which I feel like I can't say about a lot of rider protagonists, especially railroad rider protagonists. Shoma grows so much throughout the season. He is presented obstacles, and not only does he not just, you know, conquer those obstacles instantly, those obstacles change him as a character and as a person. And I like that in my characters. I like that in my protagonists, that they don't just start at 100. They straight up need to grow and overcome things, and the story and characters and people around them change them. Every single one of these characters changes Shoma in some way. At the beginning, he's like this lost child who feels like he has to lie about everything for people to like him. And then he's shown by different characters like, hey, you can be open with me. You don't have to lie. You can, you know, do these things. Oh, you can make other people happy. Oh, you can make yourself happy. And every single time, it just makes him better and better as a character. Until at the end, he has that confrontation with Longo, which I also feel like is sort of the same confrontation he has with Longo earlier when he becomes master. But he has that confrontation with Longo where he's like, hey, these people have shown me that I can be myself, that I deserve to be loved, which my family never showed me. And I think that's great. I think that's incredible. So he goes in S tier. Kirakita Honto! Where are you guys putting Kirakita Honto? Tente probably experimented in college with being gay. Honto is S tier, B, Honto S, B, A, F. I do not like him at all. There is no D tier. Hanto kind of annoyed me, but grew. S or A? S minus. Hanto, I'd say low A. The reason Hanto gets S tier is the exact reason I told you about Shoma. The exact same reasons I listed for Shoma, Hanto gets S tier because of those. There was so many times while watching the show that we joked that like, oh, Hanto's a racist. Oh, Hanto's a racist. Oh, there goes Hanto being racist again. Hanto, your racism is showing. Your racism is showing. But then he has that moment in the final episode. One, he's like throughout the show, he grows and gets better. He has that moment with his mom's kidnapper where he gives them mercy. And then he has that moment in the final episode where Lizelle and Jeep step up to him and are like, hey, we're about to go. And he has that one line where he steps back and he goes, I have a lot to protect. And if we do this, I'm going to have to put one of you in the ground. So please, let's just end this cycle of tragedy. And for someone who, when we first met him, was just like a punk ass kid getting in fights, his mentor took him and was like, no, you need to point that somewhere. You need to point that somewhere and do something productive. To, instead of, you know, just looking for his mom's killer, he's constantly helping people that are different from him, constantly trying to figure out more about those people. Hanto gets S tier. Surprised there's no clankers in this chat. Never say never. We just started. No Baku. There's just Baku at the end. Sachika. Where are you guys putting Sachika? Paul says S. From Detective Hellbent on hunting down the person who took his mother away, from a character who becomes better and is by Shoma's side and is understanding. Exactly. S. Sachika's also S. Sachika has chainsaw, obviously S. S our queen, Sachika our queen. Sachika has to go in B tier. I'm not even kidding. This isn't a joke. This isn't a gotcha. Sachika has to go in B tier. Jump off a bridge in Minecraft. Sachika's whole reason for existing in this show is the betterment of its three main riders. She doesn't exist for any other reason than that. And for that, she's a very good character and she's in my heart and she's such a cool character to have. Man, does it suck that she has no character outside of that. She is the one girl main part of the cast. And that's a bummer to me. It's a bummer that she has no story of her own. All she exists for is to hold up a mirror to our main cast and be like, look, you deserve love. Look, you can be a better person than this. Look, you have not done something so irredeemable that you don't deserve redemption. She does that to all the characters, and that's great, and that makes her such a nice character to have, and you need that character. It sucks that she's the only girl in our main cast. She tried to fight a bitter Gavv. She tried to fight Longo. Yes, those are cool. She has absolutely no... She can't exist in a room by herself. You know? She can't exist I don't think there's any scene where it's just where Sachika's in a room by herself, because you can't do it. She needs another character to bounce off of, so she gets B tier. If she was a writer, would she at least be A? No, because a writer doesn't fix the problem I have with her. Her being a writer fixes the fact that this show has no girl writer, which is a step back on its own, but it doesn't fix the problem with Sachika that there is, you know? I'm leaving the stream now. Consider yourself without kneecaps, like Cotton Hill from King of the Hill. He doesn't have kneecaps either. Lakia! Where are you guys putting Lakia? Bram himself. Shoot first, ask questions later. You better put the best character in S tier. SSS. Surprised we agreed about some of this stuff. S, no further questions. Going with the gay boys. G for goat. A. What's up, Juan? LUPAT episode. Where is LUPAT? I mean, after we done grading everything, LUPAT will happen. My goat who survives his finale, Grease could never. All right, Lakia is my favorite character in this whole season. Lakia is my favorite rider in this whole season. I love Lakia so much. I want to cosplay Lakia. I want to be Lakia. I absolutely love Lakia. Lakia is going in A tier. Lakia is going in A tier. He he lost 4 fights total goat status. You're right. I don't have put a night. Are you guys ready to hear the problem with Lakia? Are you ready to hear the reason Lakia is an S? Because he did grow a lot. He is an incredible character. The reason Lakia is an S tier. He hates doors. He hates doors, so he's A tier. No, truly, the reason Lakia is an S tier is because he was the chance for this show to have a Granute that gives us more insight into, like, he wasn't, it sounds so stupid, he wasn't evil and lost enough, you know? He has this whole arc where he's like, oh, I abducted all these humans, I did all these presses, I was a part-timer, but he wasn't really, you know? He wasn't enough of a part-timer to, like, get that full redemption. I needed somebody to be a full-on dark treat eating addicted Granute and them to come over to the light side, and Lakia was the perfect person to be that, and the writers weren't ballsy enough to do this. The writers weren't ballsy enough to really make that statement of, if you are a dark treat user, you can still have that redemption. That was the Wolf Granute, sure, but it was like so you know, he's there for 2 episodes and he's gone. He's so consequential to the rest of the story besides those 2 episodes. Lakia's story is a good revenge story that didn't happen long enough for him being bad. I heard Lakia not an S tier and rushed out of my shower. Ram and Cake King should have switched places so we get bad Lakia more and more emphasis on Shoma's power-up. I think that, like, Lakia's, don't get me wrong, Lakia's revenge story and him, Komel being the one, sure. But the whole fact that we don't have a Granite in the main cast that was like full on evil or like full on, you know, addict, it makes me feel like they just were a half step away. He's the ending of Hanto's plot, not a plot as a whole. Yeah, he's just not there for long enough to be super consequential to anything. Like, he shows up, it's the most obvious of like, oh, I gave up dark treats, you know, whatever, this long ago. But like, to have someone to show that story, I'm just like so left a gaff that this whole time they were like, dark treats is drugs and people are addicted to dark treats. And then to not show an actual full-on redemption or rehabilitation of one of those people hits me in such a wrong way. Because that's what the show needed. That's what this show needed, you know? I can already hear the YouTube comment section. I don't think this is going to be a full video. I'll probably just keep it as the stream for people that wanted to find it. I didn't even want Kusaka. No, I didn't want like an asshole. I wanted a show that deals with drugs to also deal with rehabilitation, more so than the last episode of like, the drugs are gone, so now they're forced to. And I think the writers had no balls to not do that. They were too scared to go too deep into the implications. Exactly. Suga! Suga! Where are you guys putting Suga? Denta S. Denta S or else. F, C, S. S tier for Suga, really? C tier, B, A, F. Suga failed George. C, wasted potential. Suga's A would have been S, but they messed him up in the end. Oh, with the zombie stuff, you mean? Suga gets A, and you know why. Low B. He caused the best episode. I do think he's the catalyst for the best episode of this show. I'm going to agree with Boon Enners and Lost One and Evimus. Suga gets B. Like, there is so much wasted potential in the Suga arc that they tell us and not show us. Like, I'm so waiting for the new Ninja Kids Power Rangers comes out, where to watch it, go, and my birthday's on Sunday. Does the new Ninja Kids come out on Sunday? Is that what you're saying? He was just so wasted in like his story, you know? It had so much potential and it was going so well. And I think the episodes that he becomes Bake are some of the best episodes in the entire show. Oh, Evie, that's right. I think he has some of the best episodes in the entire show. And I wanted so much more of it. Like, they introduced these ideas of him being a father, him losing his family and everything, and then never go into it. And I know people are going to be like, well, it's the implied story. And it's like, well, guess what? I don't watch shows for all implied story. Eventually, there has to be the story. The implied story can't carry a show. Eventually, it has to be the story. And they just failed to pull the trigger with Suga on that. So that's why it goes in B. For real, I forgot. Kamen Rider Bake. Zombie Suga was just a stupid thought. Like, you disrespected him by putting his head on a granite and made him look goofy. Yeah, and that's part of the fall off of like the later half of Gavv. Would the show be better if the first half focused mostly on the Suga plot and the second half is when they start killing stomachs? Crazy enough, I do think the show would have been better if they tightened it up and probably removed the president and made it Suga and the Granuts. Because that at least gives everyone a solid villain to go for, you know? They only had him say one thing about being a dad. Yeah, and it's like the most important part of his entire arc. Watched your short about the money episode of Gojuju. You've clearly never heard about dead money from an economic standpoint. I have not. Let's check it out. Dead money. Dead money film, dead money film, dead money poker. Dead money in economics. Dead money is a slang term for any investment that has shown little or no growth over a protracted period of time. It may also refer to money that is locked up in an investment that has little yield. Analysts sometimes label a stock as dead money as a warning to investors who might consider purchasing shares. Sure, but what does that have to do with that episode? Because that's not money disappearing. That doesn't mean your money is gone. That's money is still there. It still retains the value that it had when it got there. Absolutely nothing to do with that episode. I put $5 in, it doesn't grow. Guess what? It's still $5. It doesn't grow, it doesn't cry and then disappear. When do you think Kamen Rider Bake and Carries will be released as SHFs 2027? It's actually crazy how much, how many figure arts Gavv has actually gotten at this point. It's dead money because it's not being flowed across the rest of the market. Okay, but that's not what that episode was about. Like, that episode was about saving and making money. Ro, thank you for the heart. Bitter Gavv would be C tier or F tier because the idea is very interesting, but in the show it falls apart and was quickly dealt with no resolution. Kamen Rider Cook is next to his boyfriend as he should be. Bitter Gavv. I feel like I want to put Bitter Gavv higher than C, but I don't know if I can. I'm like waiting for chat to convince me. Bitter Gavv gets C for me. It would have been cooler if the 5th was adopted by the stomachs and what Shoma could have been. They should have not had the bitter belt be put on almost everyone and have the other forms be bitter. That's true. Evil Shoma gets F? Really? Why? Bitter Gavv is just an add-on to make the story interesting. We do still have one Dark Shoma unaccounted for, but like, are they ever going to use him? Where to watch the Ninja Kids Power Rangers when it comes out? On the Ninja Kids YouTube channel. Yeah, it feels like Bitter Gavv turns out to be just a way to give other people the belt, you know? Instead of just you making a new belt, it feels like just a way to give Jeep the belt. And that sucks because it was such an interesting concept. So I'm going to put Bitter Gavv on C. Dente! Where are you guys putting Uncle Dente? We held his funeral here on stream, on the channel. But where do you, when you really think about Dente, where do you put him? Ooh, F, why? S, S, B, Dente is S. S tier, nothing low. A, B, he's not good. He's great. S tier, no debate. I want to hear your guys' reasons for S. Because everyone says S, and the reason for S can't be he died. Give me your actual true reasons for Dente being S. He's cool. Dente gotta go at least A. Made the original drugs, but still the GOAT. True. True. One of the catalysts for the whole story. It's Uncle Dente. He made the gachapod. Helped with every power-up. Wholesome whale Oji-san. He's useful, made the final form, and almost resonated with Glota. S tier, and I've never watched. Dente helping Shoma is wholesome, and he gave it all for Shoma, but he's got to be accounted for. The dark treats, so him dying makes reason. Dente is going A tier. I really like Dente. I think he's a great character to have. Him trying to redeem himself in the same way that he's kind of the prototype to Lakia. He shows Lakia, like, look, you can be redeemed. You deserve redemption. You deserve mercy. Like, you did these bad things, but you deserve it. He tried to show the same thing to Glota and Yelv for that instance as well. One part of the show that I really fucking hated, like legitimately fucking hated, is the Dente death fake out. The Dente death fake out is such a stupid fucking add to this show. It's not like it's foreshadowing or anything. It's just a dumb wasted moment. It's such a dumb wasted moment because he does actually die later. And that's not why I'm putting him in A tier. I'm just telling you guys that I hated that moment of the show. Hawk when he has to put a character that isn't Shoma or Hanzo in S tier. I'm not sure any character that isn't Shoma and Hanzo is going to get S tier, honestly. Yeah, it took the impact of his real death away, I think. But I think he's a good character. I think he's a fun character to have. He plays off everyone really well. He gives Shoma that tie to the Granite world that he has. Yeah, you either fake out or die, not both. It's so weird that they did both. Thinking of the death fake out as foreshadowing helps a little bit. I don't think it does, because it's not even good foreshadowing, because he doesn't die from like old age or anything. He dies because he's killed. So like the fake out is just foreshadowing something that doesn't happen, you know? No, sorry. Let me clear this up. If you take away the fake out, that doesn't make him S tier. The fake out is literally just something that annoys me. The fake out doesn't take anything away from Dente as a character himself. The fake out takes away the overall story for me, but it doesn't take away Dente as a character. I don't think Dente did anything S tier worthy. I don't think he's like gets that far up there, you know? But I do think he is a very good character who like adds to the story a lot and does a lot of good things with the rest of the characters. Yeah, the S tier, the reason he's A tier is not because of the fake out. The fake out brings the entire story down for me, not the character himself. Sorry. You're the best Kamen Rider Sentai Power Rangers YouTuber. Thank you. Father Stomach. Is his name Boosh? Am I crazy? Is it Boosh? Bosh? Boosh? Shoma's dad. Shoma's dad. Where are you guys putting him? C or F? We barely knew anything about him. F, F, F. Guys, he's hiding the fact he wanted to S tier to be the gay tier. Chat. You're saying F. I hear you. Here's my argument, okay? Here's my argument. B tier? Oh, really? Low-key wasted potential. Bush goes in C for me. Ugly tier. B, C. Okay, we got some things that aren't F. F for Father of the Year. Do you think they focus too long on many of the part-timers and the president more than the main cast? I 100% think that. My argument to you guys as to why he goes in F, and it's not just trolling, I'm gonna be honest. He is F because this is the character that this show is too afraid to talk about. This is the character that if you expanded on him at all, you go in so many different directions that this show didn't have the balls to go in. It wanted to be like, here's his dad and his mom. It makes him half Granu. And you ask any question and the show's like, shh, sweet baby. Shh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't ask that. Look at this over here instead. Look at this over here instead. Don't ask about Boosh. Don't worry about Boosh. Yeah, just put him over here instead. There's just a lot of implications with Boosh that puts him higher for me. And because it's Toei, we'll never fully know. Exactly. And it's just like, don't worry about it. It's like, no, but I'm interested. I want to know this story. I want to tell me more about Shoma's dad. And this is about family, right? And it's like, nope, not about this one. Not about this one. Put him under the blanket. Don't talk about him. Boosh V Cinema? Dude, the fact that we didn't get like a Boosh TTFC special is so crazy because they've done things more, you know, adult oriented or more sensitive topics as TTFC specials during the show. The Revice one is a perfect example. The Rogue TTFC one, perfect example. It's so weird that they didn't do that here. Because like I said, the minute you expand on anything about Boosh, you go in a direction that this show did not care to go in. So he's got to get F tier. Why did Gauchard never help Gavv? Because it was too adult for him. Gavv looked over Gauchard looked over and he's like, that seems like some crazy shit's going on over there. I'm gonna hang out with my Pokemon. They're eating people? Nah, man, I'm gonna hang out with my Pokemon. Longo! Where are you guys putting Longo? The final boss of Kamen Rider Gavv. He's not gay. Lango, A tier, B, A or B. I think you guys have a little bit of recency bias. I'm gonna be honest. I think you guys have a little bit of recency bias because let me remind you that Longo, for the entire first half of the show, is sitting at a table and goes, wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? The red Gavv? What? And then Longo steps up, dies. Longo steps up, dies. And then for the second half of the show, Longo's walking around in a trench coat and goes, wait, what happened? Wait, what happened here? Oh, that happened. Whoa. Wait, what happened here? Oh, I see. I see what happened. And then the last 4 episodes, Longo gets involved. And then the last 4 episodes, Longo does anything. There's just no way you can convince me that Longo is S or A tier. Buys toys. Don't worry about your pretty little head about his dad. If he died to Amazing Gummy, S tier, but he died to random finisher that no one cares, A tier. My favorite Capsum standby sound? I don't know. I don't think I've heard all of them yet. Should have stayed dead at Over's debut. The only good he served was getting Lockie and Honto into the Granite world. Longo's going to S tier for looks alone. That man is handsome as hell. That's crazy. I think Longo's not good looking. Yeah, I gotta say Longo C tier. I can't put him in the same tier as Sachika. I could put him over Bitter Gavv though. He's got to go C tier. He just shows up so little and is so inconsequential until, and like, don't get me wrong, my favorite Longo moment is the last episode. The beginning of the last episode is the best Longo moment we get. And it's just like too little too late. I can't put him in B. There's just no way. Longo takes out of his after his dad, but is actually used. Like, he should have been so much more throughout the second half, and he's just not. Spent the most time doing nothing until the end. Yeah. That's the thing, though. I do think he deserves to be the final boss because he killed Shoma's dad, which, like, it's so annoying that he killed Shoma's mom. And so he has that emotional resonance to be the final boss. He just doesn't do anything throughout the season to, like, you know, give him that. And him and Shoma are 1-1, so like it makes sense for him to be the last fight to be the tiebreaker between them. Yeah, I don't know. And he killed Hanto's mom? Yeah, and he killed Hanzo's mom. Which doesn't really, you know, come back around or anything. Like, he never fights Hanto, so. Longo the orphan maker. Gloda, where are you guys putting the goth mommy of this season, Gloda? And for mommy, her fight scene against Hanto awakens something in me. S, she's so fucking hot. I should have been their Granite forms. B, as much as I would love to have her in A. C for Gloda. Tokurats is the simp. B tier, S. C for Gloda. S, she's so fucking hot. It's so funny to me. Like, Gloda, super hot, so she's going in S, guys. Sorry. Just gotta say. See, she's so angry for no reason at all. The second she gets serious, she gets clapped by Lakia. It's an interesting choice of words. She's pretty, but I feel the whole family thing doesn't feel quite right, in my opinion. Better than Longo. I do agree that she's better than Longo. I will put her in B. I'll put her above Suga. Maybe not. Maybe she's got to go and be below Suga, right? Sorry, I was just checking Ryder Global's tweet right now. No, she's got to go below Suga. The more I think about it, she's below Suga. B, it's another one of those instances where, like, she has such a good story when she's there. You know? She's, like, trying to hold her family together, and she does it in the most malicious way. Everything is going wrong for her. Her family's falling apart. She has the most chance to be redeemed. She has the most chance to realize, most opportunities to realize, no, I still have a family and I can stop this. And she just doesn't. She barrels head first through it every single time because she's so stubborn that she can't see that she could be the link to bring Shoma into the family. You know what I mean? Fuck that B. She killed Dente. She killed Dente. She killed Komel. She is the actual Granite Hunter. She's like the actual Grim Reaper for the rest of the Granites, for all the part-timers. She's hot. That's my counter argument. If she showed more emotion when Sheeta died and Jeep went AFK, then the family thing could work, but when she did, it was too late. Yeah. And she's just not, like, when it wants her to have story, her story's really good, I think. Neelf! Where you guys put Neelf? Neelf is C tier because he's very smart and clever episode, but we barely get anything from him and his whole week thing, so I gotta go C. Yeah, it's just lo-fi Digimon music. She killed that bakery shop worker. That's true. That's never touched on. It is Digimon lo-fi music playing, yeah. Why did Hanto never find out about the dead Granite who died by Glota? Because the show just decided to focus on other things for some reason. Nielv is S. If he isn't, at least I am leaving. Surprisingly, S for me, I found him one of the more interesting stomachs. Nielv can have B. Nielv, he's A's genius. Genuinely did him dirty by not by him getting bombed in the end. Nielv is the most involved stomach in the story from start to finish. The most involved stomach in the story from start to finish. Nielv gets A tier. Stomach, by stomach I mean not Shoma. Nielv gets A tier. Nielv's worst moment is that they fuck him over by having him bomb himself. But other than that, from start to finish, Nielv is so involved in the story, and not only involved, he also grows and gets outpaced at certain times. The whole story being like Nielv's plan would be so boring, but Nielv reacts to the things that are happening in a way that other people in the like Longo doesn't. Longo goes, wait, what's happening? The red Gavv? And Nielv goes, huh, I should do something about this. And then he does. And that's so cool that it happens so many times over and over again. Can I dispute this claim? What are you disputing? The show wouldn't have happened if Nielv wasn't there. The show wouldn't have happened if half these characters weren't there. That's not a dispute. He's the only one that could replicate Dente's work. Yeah, him and Dente, writer makers. Him and Dente are the writer makers. Being racist to your brother. Sheeta. Nielv set it in motion? No, Boosh set it in motion. What's up, Big Shane? The twins are F and Lizelle is easy C. Nielv was consistently interesting the whole time minus his death. I agree with that. Sheeta F? Am I counting hallucination Sheeta as Sheeta, or am I counting hallucination Sheeta as Jeep? What do you guys think? What's up, Big Shane's wife? Mo? If I'm not mistaken, right? S for Sheeta. I love Sheeta. Count the psycho Sheeta? That's what I'm saying. Am I counting Sheeta? Is Sheeta Jeep, or is Sheeta Sheeta? Everyone's saying that's Jeep. Yeah, Sheeta herself has got to be F tier. Sheeta herself has to be F tier. If Jeep's hallucinations don't count, has to be F tier. And I don't even think I need to explain that. She's just there to be fodder. She's just there to be fodder to Cake King. And she means more later, but she only means more because of Jeep, if that makes sense. I don't think they killed her for no reason. Her death, and this is, dude, do you guys know what the term fridging is? Because this makes the show look bad. Do you know what the term fridging is? Because Sheeta is the definition of fridging. So a woman in refrigerator? Sheeta basically exists to die to further the story of two male characters in this show. That's what fridging is. It comes from a Green Lantern story where one of the character's girlfriends is killed to further the main character's story. Sheeta literally dies to further Shoma's story as Cake King, to be fodder to Cake King, and to further Jeep's story. Yeah, but one is a femboy. That's true. Who's my favorite Pokemon? Ampharos. Yeah. And that sucks. It sucks because, like, Glota really is the only girl character in this whole show that has her own agency, which is a bummer. Because the other... No, I guess I can't say that. I guess Lizelle does. Yeah, I guess I can't say that. Never mind. Jeep! Where are you guys putting Jeep? Where are you guys putting Jeep? Jeep on B, okay. B. C. Jeep is a boy. Also, F should have died a long time ago. Jeep is B. Or Shida and Jeep are twins, yeah. F tier since no D tier. I hate Jeep so much. Give him B. I would say F because I hate him affair. You guys are not going to be happy with this. I'm done by for real this time. Can I be 100% honest? The fact that you all want him in F is exactly why he's S. The fact that you all hate him so much is exactly why he's S tier. Because that was his entire point. That was his entire point. Is that he was supposed to be hated by you. Not only that, is that Jeep grows so much throughout the season up until the last episode. Even up until the last episode when he sacrifices himself for Lizelle. It's not rage bait. I'm being 100% honest. Jeep is an incredible character. The way Jeep is suffering and is so broken psychologically that he needs to put on the, you know, skin, the disguise of his dead sister who sacrificed himself or who sacrificed herself for him continuously throughout this show. Because he's so mentally broken until he realizes, oh, I love someone enough to do what my sister did. Jeep's an S tier character, guys. Like, I don't know how else to put it. You can hate someone and them still be a good character. Like, it's okay. The more you hate them for solid reasons makes them a better character. The juxtaposition of Jeep and Hanto later on was really good too. Exactly. You move it, Dawn. I have to disagree. You can disagree all you want. I think it makes Jeep a great character. He disappears from the plot for so long. When he comes back, he still doesn't do much. No, he doesn't. He instantly comes back with Lizelle. He comes back like mere episodes later, less than 10 episodes later with Lizelle. And in that time, you see him being broken on the streets and stuff. Are we watching the LUPAT movie today? Maybe. We'll see how much time we have. I don't think Jeep is the best character. Unlike Psychoto, Jeep actually has a meaningful development. Yeah. Jeep has meaningful development. She might be the only, or sorry, he might be the only stomach character that really does. And by the end, Jeep's story is not about hate. It's about helping Lizelle. And I might hate Lizelle, but like loving someone else is what drives Jeep at the end. Whereas the rest of the stomachs are driven by hate. I think Jeep is an incredible character. Bitter Gavv hindered Jeep? No, I think Bitter Gavv, Jeep being Bitter Gavv, was a way to show Jeep that like revenge is not the end of the story because you're not strong enough for revenge. What you are strong enough is to protect the people you love. And that's what he ended up doing. Hawk is just gay for love, guys. Lizelle! Where do you guys want to put Lizelle? Where do you guys think you could put Lizelle? How in the world does she survive? Dog water tier. Lizelle's getting B for A, but below Lakia. H, S. She did her role well, honestly. B. I think Lizelle, #1 gaslighter. #1 gaslighter, the worst. Sadly, she doesn't develop enough for me to put her above yeah, right there. She doesn't have enough development for me to put her above anyone here. She's a really good catalyst for other people's stories, but I feel like she's probably the same from start to finish in terms of character. Like, at the end, she's still the same character she was at the beginning. She's just sad. You know what I mean? She's still depressed. Or she's just depressed Lizelle at the end instead of being actually changed Lizelle. Oh, she's 100% in the human world as punishment. Boca has the elements of a really good villain, but the problem is that he doesn't have much screen time of him doing evil stuff until the end. As for being hot. I mean, C tier, not S tier. Yeah, I think she's S or C tier below Longo, above Bitter. I think she does really well in her time there. I just don't think she's developed enough. She doesn't get from point A to point B. You know? They should have made the president more orange. Wink, wink. The unfortunate thing with the lower tier Gavv cast is many of them characters exist to strengthen our higher tier characters, so they themselves can't get too high. That is why Gavv falls short of Geets for me. The president! The president! Where are you putting the president? A, he's like Suel, but actually good. Still wish she was a manipulator that didn't like Jeep and was using him the whole time. That would have made her story crazy. A for assassinate the president. B, maybe A, but that's pushing it. C, bottom B. C, B, or C. Boca goes next to Lizelle, really. S for presentation, B, or A for character. F, goddamn, I hate him. He's a Gary Stu. F tier president made the show worse. He's developed well, surprisingly did his role well. F. C tier, not enough screen time, but overwhelming the writers in short. Today I was forced to shave my cat. Oh, I'm sorry. Boca is smart though. He killed Nielv. Yeah, that's probably the only part of Boca I really don't like. Boca for me, probably above Glota, honestly. B tier above Glota. I think when he's doing things, like he makes the story. This story could have fallen so flat when shifted focus from the stomachs. I think it could have fallen so flat when it shifted focus from the stomachs and went to the overall granite world. But Boca being interesting and him being like, I can use the dark treats to freaking control the granite world, made for a good story. Didn't make it, don't get me wrong, it didn't like peak there. That's not where the peak of Gavv was, but he was enough to make it a solid story. He was enough of a solid villain to, you know, make the three riders come together, all fight him together. I think it might be the only time the three riders fought together. Am I crazy? And got stabbed by Longo like Caesar in ancient Rome. I swear I saw someone said, when's feeding time? Gang, what does that mean? That means they want to watch LUPAT. Yeah, it's the only time that the three of them fought together. He pulled up on Nyelv when they thought he was fighting is still a great moment. Dude, like he has those good moments. I love the fact that he's like, you know, he's like, oh, I can use this for my, I can use the stomach and the dark treats for my stuff. He's not just like, dark treats, get him out of here. I don't know. I think he's a good character. He's a good boss character. I still don't think I would be okay with him being the final boss, but he feels like the final boss in a way that feels good, you know? Like, I wish Longo would have done more in conjunction with him at the same time, where they were like on a collision course, but Longo just sat around too much. Do you think the CSM Zets driver will have clear straps all around? I don't think we'll ever get a CSM Zets driver. I wish we saw way more of the Granite Society as well. We most of what we know through the Granite Society was like through lines that Boca was telling us, which is a bummer. Kamel! Dude, it's not for any other reason than he was just like there to be fridged. Like, I can't even act like Kamel's a character outside of, yeah, outside of the 3 minutes he got of screen time of dying. Who exactly? A for Addict. I don't know why he's on this tier list. I wouldn't have included him if I was making this tier list. But he goes in F tier. This kid I'm not even gonna put up there. This kid's not getting ranked. It's insane that he's even here. He's a plot point, not a character. Exactly. F for fridge tier. He was the first to overcome Dark Treats Komel or something. It's funny that we don't even know that. Like, we never even get to see Komel use a Dark Treat. We just are told that he was a part-timer. Is that his name? Sogi? I was the mentor. Honto's mentor. Where are you guys putting him? We got to see Komel steal? Yeah, I guess. Oh, criminal. He stole. Honto's mentor F, really? You're saying Jeep is better than Vram? Yeah, as a character in this show, yes. He gotta be an F because he got fridged. C, he's important for Honto's character. Dude, the more I do this, the more I realize that you were right earlier when you were like, yeah, none of the lower characters can be anything above anything that high because they all serve a purpose for someone else in this show. And that's a bummer. Probably the bottom of C. He's not like, so like, get off my screen, you're fucking nothing. He does just get fridged, but he also taught Honto lessons, you know? he also has lessons that Hanto uses throughout the show. Which LUPAT movie will we watch? I don't know, whichever one's after episode 26. But I don't think we're gonna have time today. This is going a little longer than I thought it would. Shoma's mom! Shoma's mom! Where you guys putting Shoma's mom? Also a character that only exists in flashbacks. If you're not a main character in Gavv, you're a plot device. Yeah, and that kind of sucks. It's my big problem with this show. Why was Hanto always carrying his mentor's severed body? Could you imagine if he wore it around his neck? C for trauma, B 100%, B, C, B for plot point. C for MILF is insane. She's pretty important to the plot. Michiru, thank you. I forgot her name. Michiru does go probably top of C, honestly. I loved everything we saw from her in the show. It all pushed Shoma along. Obviously, it was Shoma's like driving force behind a lot of it. Arguably the most important plot device, yeah. I don't know what else to say about her. She was the reason for the Gochizos, really. Like, most of the Gochizos were because she told Shoma about these memories. She's just nice. Yeah, going deeper into her would have been interesting, and I think her brother was a chance to do that. But all we learned from her brother was what we already knew of she likes snacks. She's not beef or hot, guys. All we learned from her brother is like literally what we already knew. Shoma's uncle. This is, I think, yeah, this is the last character we'll put on here. I can't. There's one other character I want to do that's not on here. I think that's crazy. Is the other Bake. The other bitter Gavv. The other bitter Gavv, Magan. He's an F tier. He's not on here, but he's an F. He exists for absolutely no fucking reason other than to be fodder to master or to over Gavv. He died just for over to come out. Exactly. Magan, but not Zom. Which one's Which one's Zom? Uncle gets B if he didn't have the talk with Shoma. Low A if he did. I don't know who the Yahweh Blue Crab Granite is. Goes under Michiru? Zom is the grandfather stomach? Oh, nothing character. What is this dude's name again? Somebody said it. I lost it. Masaru. Masaru. I think. Dude, I'm looking at this comparatively, and he didn't do anything on the level of these guys. But he should probably be above Shoma's mom. So, like, maybe he's the lowest B? Yeah, I think he's probably got to be the lowest B. He's the lowest B. I like that he's, like, has his own agency in a lot of the episodes. Like, he does his own research about granites and stuff, and I think that's crazy different for this show to do. Typical Hawk loving the unks. Yeah, and that's the list. I'm not gonna rate any of these guys. I haven't seen the movie. This kid just doesn't deserve to be on this tier list at all. That's the tier list for Gavv. The last thing we're gonna do today, I'm gonna be honest, there's probably gonna be no LUPAT. The last thing we're gonna do today is rank the suits. Rank the suits in Gavv. There should just be a flashback tier. Literally only exists in flashbacks. All S tier easy. Where's a la mode? Oh, are we missing a suit? We are missing putting a la mode. Damn, I thought I found one with all the suits. All right, tier list maker. Gavv. Suits. Didn't even church. There we go. No, a la mode are amazing. Oh no. Can't rank until we see the movie. The people, yeah, the suits we can. Riders and forms. Let's see if this one has all of them. I'm assuming none of them will have amazing in it. Oh, this one has carries. Cool. The last one didn't have carries either. Oh, it does have amazing. Okay, cool. We found one. We got a good one. Presentation mode. This one works. I hate that these are different. I hate that these are different so much. All right, we found one. Rip off K King S or off rip K King S. I was like, rip off K King. Can I tell you guys how sad I was that the V Cinema form is not chocolate K King? Oh, right. Oh, this is the ugly ass one that they used in the final episode too. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put amazing at the end right off rip, so we can rank him after, and then I'll put. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody else is in order. Amazing, I just want to do last. This even has Valen's new one? Oh, really? Ooh, it do. Let's put him last then. All right. Base Gavv. Where are you guys putting base Gavv? Changing this D to F. Base Gavv has grown on me a lot, especially since I have the figure art. It's still the second lowest in terms of all the Reiwa seasons for how bare it looks. B. Popping Gummy A. C. A. Popping Gummy B. Base foreign Gavv goes B. Love the colors. I do love the colors on it. It has grown on me a lot. I still think it looks like a knockoff 01. Truly. I still think it looks like an piece of unused 01 concept art. But it has grown on me a lot. I'm still going to put it in B, though. I'm still going to put it in B. It probably has grown on me from Stockholm Syndrome of, like, I've looked at it for a year, and now I fucking love this season. So, like, that's my dude. But it's got to go in B. I hate these ability forms. Should I rank them or just not? I'm not going to rank these guys. I don't think... I would put them in F, but I don't think someone's gonna complain, come in and be like, why are they in F? They're just the same. I'd say A, but my granddad says F because he can't eat sweets, so he just hates this whole season then. Zaku chips. Zaku chips. Let's see. It's a fine looking form. Same thing with the hot Zaku. It's fine. Goated S, A, or S? Wait, is Zaku everyone's goat? Did I piss off everybody? Wait, hold on. Hold on, did I piss off everybody? How many people left after I said no LUPAT, by the way? Oh, nobody, cool. Zaku is S, please put Marshmallow in C. I love potato chips, so it ranks higher for me. Zaku is B. I don't think Zaku is as good as regular Gavv. Fua Malo. Fua Malo. Where you guys put the marshmallow form? If Zaku is C, Fua is F. C, it's basic. F for Fuamalo. Fua is going in C. Fuamalo is going in C. This thing goes in F though. The pumped up weird version of it's going in F. Fuamalo also goes in C. I think Zaku's better than it, but I don't think it's a god awful ugly ass suit. So it goes there. Chakodon. Chakodon, sick as hell. Chakodon gets A tier. Chakodon gets A tier. Not letting you guys chime in. Chaco is so sick. The hat on it makes it so fucking cool. There's just the Blicky suit. Exactly. Blicky Cowboy Chakodon is insanely cool. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that thing fucks. That thing deserves to be here. Should have had the blue highlights in the poster. Does it have blue highlights in the poster? That's cool. Next up. What is this thing called? Vrokan? Is that this one? The big dude? I don't know why it has two of them. Oh, double. Oh, the shoulder things. Guru Khan. Thank you. Guru Khan. Where are you guys putting Guru Khan? There's just no shot you said F tier. There's just no shot you said F tier. When are we voting on the next show? When we get closer to the end. We're only on like episode 25. Guys, if you can't enjoy Guru-Ken, you just don't enjoy fun. Guru-Ken goes S tier. This shit is so sick. Where's your whimsy, people? Big mech boy form? So dope. Candy mech form? Amazing. Minigun suit? Mwah. Where is your whimsy? I'm not crazy. This is incredible. And the fact that it's not a CGI form and they made a fucking suit for it, that's my tokusatsu, baby. That's my tokusatsu. It's just not even a question. He looks like a space marine. That's why it's so cool. Let's grab his kneecaps and sell them for rider belts. I'm always gonna know this is a churro form. Yule log, that's what it is. Yule log. I don't remember why there are three of them. I think one of them is like ramen, right? Am I crazy? One of these is a ramen one. Where are you guys putting Yule log? Bushel, that's what it's called. Thank you. F just sucks. C. I love your Power Ranger helmet. Thank you. Churro A, Bushel C. The orange one is Kung Fu Ramen, but what's the other one then? Oh, is this just Kung Fu Ramen with nunchucks and regular Kung Fu Ramen? This thing sucks. This goes in C. So does Kung Fu Ramen. They all suck. They're all embarrassingly ugly. Does he know it's orange? No, I have no idea what color these are. Cake King! What am I gonna say, guys? What am I gonna say? Let's go ahead. I want to see chat say it. I want to see chat say it. It's not even funny. Cake King is the best. The best. Time for glazing? You're goddamn right. Cake King is the best fucking suit in this show. There's just not another suit in the show that looks as good as god tier as Cake King is. It's not even funny. It's the perfect suit for this show. It should have been the final form. Don't at me. Sorbet is not just as good. Cake King is the god suit in this show. The best executed railroad rider power-up in railway history? Exactly. Make a P rank for perfect. It's insane that this isn't a final form. There's a reason this form stuck around as much as it did. One, it's because it didn't melt, but two, because it's incredible. How is Cake King and Guru-Kan in the same tier? Cause it's good! The Whippa Soldiers, A tier. These fools are awesome. All of them. Every single one of them, A tier. That's all of them, right? Yeah. These fools rule. even Sorbet getting a waffle cone on him? So cool. Riders should have their own mooks. It's so sick that he got them. Blizzard Sorbet! Where are you guys putting Blizzard Sorbet? Where are you guys putting Blizzard Sorbet? Let me tell you honestly, Blizzard Sorbet runs the risk of having too much going on. And mind you, I'm sorry. I'm purely ranking these on looks right now. Purely ranking these suits on looks and not their effect on the story. Because if Blizzard Sorbet, if I was ranking it on like effect in show, it would get a lot lower. Purely based on looks, Blizzard Sorbet probably runs the risk of a little too much going on. But luckily it doesn't, and I'm going to put it top of A. I'm going to put it on top of A because I think it looks really good and it like thematically is so dope with the waffle cones and everything. It's one of those things where it's like, might be too much, but I'm digging it. Luckily, Hawk loves gaudy things. Over Gavv. I'm very interested to see where you guys put these. Where are you putting over Gavv? F tier. Over Gavv B. Over B. Master is A. I think over fucking sick. Looks fucking sick. So trash. Really? Hate the orange because of where I work. A lot of people are saying over in B, Master in A, or Master in S. Over B is trashy. Man, I really like over. Over's going in the bottom of A to me. Master, on the other hand, quite possibly perfect. Quite possibly perfect. But K-King exists. K-King exists, and I can't put him higher than the God suit, baby. Master goes top of S. It is the perfect final form, but goddamn, K-King is a better suit. K-King is a better suit than it. Hexenheim. Hexenheim looks cool. It's one of those things where it's like a little too much is happening here. So I'm gonna put it B. I'm gonna put it in B. R for Rogue. I'm gonna put it B under regular. Vram! Chokodon! Chokodon Vram. Choke on Vram. Chokodon Fram. No. Valen. I'm an idiot. Valen! Where are you putting base Valen form? Are you slow? I was really slow, yeah. A, C, B, C, C, C. Dude, crazy enough, I think Valen's grown on me a lot. I don't like the Valen Buster is what brings it down for me. If it wasn't the Valen Buster, I think I would give this a better grade. But the Valen Buster looks so god-awful to me. It's grown on me. It's gotta go here, right? Don't forget the Valen Buster is like an electric chair. Yeah, but it's just so ugly and looks so bare. It looks like prototype. It is a prototype. The worst thing about Blizzard Sorbet is that it got dismembered for Valen. I think I like the chocolate teeth on the Valen Buster. Valen Buster is fucking amazing. What do you mean? It just looks unfinished, which sucks. Donut Valen, C tier, probably right below Zaku Zaku. You guys ready for a hot take? You guys ready for a hot take? Bushel Valen? Fucking above base Gavv. Bushel Valen looks so good. I don't even care, dude. Bushel Valen looks so good. With the axe and everything, God, he looks like an ass kicker. I love Bushel Valen so much. The axe was a nice change. Dude, it's so cool. It makes him so cool. He looks so much better and like filled out as Bushel Valen. Above base Gavv, yeah. Fuck is on high on dark treats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chokehold Valen. Chokehold Valen, not as cool as regular Valen. It sucks because if it was Chokehold Valen alone, he'd probably be higher, but because it's just QR codes on regular Valen, he's like low bottom of B tier, right? Frappe! Where are you guys putting my boys? Where are you guys putting me? Yay! Frappe goes in S tier. Frappe goes in S tier. It's just a really good suit. I'm gonna be honest. It's a really sick suit. It's so sick that it has a straw coming out the back. He finally gets an actual fucking driver. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Because it's you, F. It's such a good suit. It's not even funny. Base form Vram. Base form Vram. Where are you guys putting it? High B, S. My first final form toy is Valence. Top of A, S. Bottom A, B. Gotta go above master. It's gotta go above. It's dude, it's the sickest suit. There's I look at it and every time I'm like, fuck, they cooked with this one. They cooked with this one. Chat, do we rebel? Papillon, what do you mean, WTF? Yeah, it's got headphones. And it's got a bandolier. 2 bandoliers. What are you guys talking about? It's got 2 bandoliers on it. Let's rebel below Frappe. Sickest base form of the show? Agreed. Agreed. These two don't even hold a candle to this fool. Sadly, the pink one, not great. Sadly, the pink one is not great. He's gonna go. He's gonna go below Chokehold. He's gonna go B. He's gonna go B. Oh, speaking of, you guys were mad I put Bram in the tier that I put him in A tier. Do you not? You remember when this fool was like having like he was gonna have a heart attack? What happened? What happened? Where'd that plot point go? Every time he used it and it like squeezed his heart? Literally just disappeared. Never talked about again. Pudding a la mode. Puddingite. Where are we putting Puddingite? He got over it. Time for more glazing? You don't know this. You don't know this. Pudding a la mode. Vram. It's cooler than the base. It's cooler than the base Vram suit. There's just no way it's below Frappe. It's cooler than base Vram, and it might, not even might, it is the second best suit in the show. It does go K-King, Pudding a la mode, Puddingite. That's just, it's so sick. Got my respect. Hold back the army. A la mode looks like a knight compared to K-King's king. Dude, that's so sick. That's so cool, though. I think you need to take down both Vrams, or at least base Vram. I think you're wrong. Base Vram is the best base form in this show. Bitter Gavv. Bitter Gavv. Sparking Gummy. B tier for this one coming up. Mid A. Sparking Gummy is A for Aura. Which one's Bake? Oh, this one. The one with the weird belt. Okay. Just making sure I... It's Bitter, Sparking, Beret Cookie, Baki Baki Stick. Who's this then? This is the other cookie, huh? This is Zombie Suga. And then this is Bake. Okay. Marble Beret Cookie. That's the word I was looking for. So stupid how many bakes there are. Or how many Bitter Gavs there are. Bitter Gavv Sparking is, I truly think, probably the best Bitter Gavv. Yeah, he probably goes here. Middle A tier. Below Chocodons. I think it looks cool. Sadly, though, I think that's the best Bitter Gavv looks. For regular cookie or Beret Cookie, top of B, Baki Baki Stick reminds me of Legend and I hate it. Above Donut. This one, Marble Beret Cookie, I guess has to go with Beret Cookie because they're like not that different. And then Bake. Probably lower. Yeah, because I don't like his belt. Probably right there. Bake, best one ever. Bake goes in C. Not the best suit ever. Baki Baki Stick is creative with his reuse. Do you not like Legend? No. Legend sucks. The emotional weight for Frappe definitely goes to an S. These are all just based on looks, guys. These are purely based on looks. Yeah, I'll start LUPAT a little earlier tomorrow for you guys. Big is good, not great. Stop glazing. At least he's not a Nazi. This is true. At least Legend is not a Nazi. I'll start LUPAT early for you guys so we can get the movie in. Carries? Carries is a cool suit. I really like Carries. Carries goes up in A tier. He is cooler than all these. Not cooler than maybe cooler than Blizzard Sorbet? No, I can't do that. Right there. Carries goes to Taba A. And then Carries C3, I think, is a noticeable drop down in yeah, probably below Hexenheim. Carry C3, a lot less cool. A marketable, what is disimprovement? What is that? What is the word I'm looking for? Down. Where are you guys putting amazing? Downgrade? Yeah, I guess. Where are you guys putting amazing? Dude, I have an aunt who, love her. She's the only aunt in my family who's like very progressive, very, you know, with the times, not a weird, super red state person. But she's like too progressive to the point where like she always, like every day sends me like 6 or 7 like Instagram reels that I'm like, okay, I get it. This is so much. Amazing, sorry. Amazing, I don't like more than Master, but I do agree that it goes in S tier. Probably below Frappe. Below Frappe. Don't like its knees. If it wasn't for the gays knee pads, exactly. ADHD Achilles, sorry. She sent me another one. I knew he wasn't dumb. Just because the Godfinger reference deserves S. Stop glazing. It's just over Gavv with extra steps. I mean, it's just Master Gavv recolored, right? And so I like it. I don't know. Valen's Blizzard form. Guilty Parfait. I like the helmet. I could do without the Blizzard repaint. I think it belongs in A still though. Probably right above over. Probably right above over. It's not as cool as Frappe, honestly. It is a decent kit bash, yeah. Hot take, I think it actually uses the sorbet parts better than in suit it's used from. Really? Ooh. I would go above whippers. Nah, dude, the whippers are peak. The whippers are so fucking cool because they're so simplistic and so, like, to the point. But that's where we're going. Truly. Am I crazy? Not an F tier suit in Gavv if we're not counting, like, abilities? This one's just a dumb CG one. That's the only reason I put it down there. But if I put it down here with these ones and go by my rules of I'm not doing abilities, not an F tier suit in Gavv. Which is crazy to think. Because if you told me at the start of the season, I wouldn't agree with you. But now as I look at everybody, yeah, man, not an F tier suit. Not a single F tier suit. Lovely chat talking about Nazis. We talk about Nazis because I constantly say that Decade's a Nazi. Why did you keep the Zaku Zaku ability in the list? I don't know. We'll put him down here too then. I just put him next to Zaku Zaku. I guess this one would count too because he's just nunchucks. Gotchard has the best suits in Reiwa, Valvarad GT. Minus Valvarad GT. Carries actually feels teeth themed with all the spikes. It's really good Kibash. I really like him. I just don't know. This one doesn't look as cool as the original one to me. Boca Jaldak business suit in F tier. I like the business suits. I like when he rips it off and he's just boom. I'm slightly offended. Don't worry. Everyone agreed that Zaku Zaku is probably my worst take on this. Do you guys think? Well, let's see. You guys, you tell me what you think the worst take on this list is. No, I'm not gonna rank Granutes. I think all the Granutes kind of suck, personally, design-wise. Like we're watching LUPAT and everything. I'm like, man, all these designs are so sick. I wish the Granoots were better. The Whipper's too bland. I think they're like I think the simplicity of them was what makes me love them the most. Marble Beret Cookie not an S+ is crazy. Zaku Zaku is the one I think a lot of people take. Worst take Hexaheim, really? Chip should be above Bake. Yeah, Zaku Zaku. Cake King should be in a tier called Peak. Sorbet S. Donut and C is kind of wild. It goes pretty hard, especially for a mid-season power. I think it's probably Valen's worst form. All the cookies should be an F. Garuken and S is the worst take. Crazy. It's such a sick suit. And the fact that it's a physical suit makes it go way up there. Prime Rogue needs to go up. Granoot ranking tier list brought to you by the racist Hanto Kurakita. Hexaheim, I do agree looks cool. I just think it looks like there's too much going on. I just think there's so much going on. It's weird. Nothing egregious this time around. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. That is where we are ending today. Tomorrow, we'll get into more LUPAT. Tomorrow, I'll start LUPAT earlier for you guys, so we'll get the movie and the episode. But that is where I'm checking out today. Please say goodnight to everyone in the chat. I'm going to say goodnight to you right here, and I will see you next time.
Don't